Okay, so I totally already signed off this video. And I was like, I'm going to keep it short. But I've been sitting here sorting the seeds for all the things and thinking, oh, I do have to order some more seeds. Oh no, what are we going to do? So I'm being a good kid and I am going through all of the things, getting them organized in alphabetical order, right? So that I can determine what I need. Because apparently last year, as I was planting the things, because my plan had originally been, as we harvested things, to then get the seed containers from where we planted them and to be able to then show you, okay, we planted this thing, it was this seed from this place. And like I said, I fell down on the job last year, guys. Life happens every day and we do the best we can, but I do have some of the empty containers of the packages that I used up like all of the seeds in, and so I can actually use these empty containers to go, oh, I need to order. So yeah, I have no cosmos. I have basically no nasturtiums left. I used up most of the sweet peas, and I have like 2 varieties of peppers. Apparently, I planted all the peppers last year. I knew I wanted to plant all the peppers last year, but and we still have a lot. So even though we ate them like every day, so there's probably a reason for that. And I need to buy pepper seeds, and I thought I had like a lot, but I don't. So after like one initial go through, like I still have a few things here to put away. I'm glad I bought the amaranth because that is the only one I have. I only have 1 artichoke. I have 1 small thing of arugula. That's not gonna work. Basil. I've got lemon. I've got the Siam Queen, Spicy Globe, Mammoth, lemon. I don't think I need any more lemon. Thai, probably good on the Thai. Spicy, yep, good on the spicy. And it's a good thing I bought the Genovese because I didn't have any of it. But I don't have any of the purple or any of the other varieties that I usually like to grow. And I'm like, I know there's a lime one. So anyway, I'm going to be working on my list. So beans, I have the Oriental Yardlong, the Midnight Black Turtle, which I was actually looking at that on Baker Creek. I didn't realize that I actually had that one. Got some good old Kentucky Wonder, some old-fashioned, just traditional bush full of beans. But that's the only beans I have. So I've got to order some beans. I think maybe it's going to be time to get some purple potted beans. What do you guys think? Like purple potted beans? Okay. So on the beet front, I've got a little bit of the Detroit Dark Red, which is your more traditional. And a little bit of Oriental Wonder. And that's all I've got on the beets. Guys, I plant beets like all throughout the whole year. I succession sow, so I definitely got to get some more beets. I've got 1 little bitty teeny tiny package of bok choy. That's all I've got left on the bok choy. Borage, I've only got 1 little package. That's not going to cut it. It's just 1 small in my gardener package, and I planted some of it last year, so it's not even full. Brussels, I only have 1 package. Cilantro, I only have 1 package. Clover, I have 1 little bitty tiny bag. I normally buy like pounds of clover and sow it. I'm gonna have to order some clover. Collards, I have 1 little bitty tiny seed packet from has to be ancient because it's like a stamp font on it. That's it. That's all I've got on collards. And I actually had collards. I started those in spring of last year, and we ate off of the same plants all the way through the heat of the summer, through the fall, and they would still be there now if the chickens hadn't got into the garden. We need to put a fence around the garden this year. If the chickens hadn't gotten into the garden and ate, like, and the goats, and stripped the collards, I would still have collards. We've got only really old cauliflower seeds, and then the purple of Sicily from Baker Creek. That's only cauliflower we have, so probably should get some more cauliflower. I've got 3 different varieties of carrots, the yellow, the Parisian, and the Oxheart from In My Gardener. And then just a couple of random, like, traditional store carrots. That's about it. I did get some Crimson Giants and some Danvers carrots, which if you guys haven't checked those out, they're a new one that people have started doing quite frequently over the last year or two. So you should definitely check those out. Chamomile, I've only got 2 little packages. Comfrey, it took me 2 years to find my comfrey, and I rationed the craziness out of these seeds. I think I actually had to start it twice to get germination, but I did some more research on it, and it needs a cooling period. And I don't think I did that last year, so I may end up putting these in the refrigerator and then starting some of them. Okay, cucumbers. Guys, check this out. Every one of the cucumbers that I have, I planted last year, right? And so I only have 1 or 2 seeds in each of the packages, all except for the China Jade large from Baker Creek. That's the only cucumber that I have. So I am going to have to get, well, no, I lied. I have a little bit of white slicers, and I have a little bit of the Armenian Yarn Bomb, which was really looking forward to those last year. And I did not have any luck with them whatsoever. I was so heartbroken. I don't know what happened. I think maybe I didn't have enough, I don't know, something. Even the lemon cucumbers that I usually plant every year, they didn't hardly do anything. But the seeds, I got them from a different source, so I don't know if that had something to do with it or what. But I got a couple kinds of cucumbers. I just don't really have any for pickling, and I love pickles, so we may have to do something about that. Dill, I've got 2 kinds of dill. That's it. Eggplant, I've got 1 kind of eggplant, 2 kinds of eggplants. And they're little bitty teeny tiny packages. Ground cherries were good. Kale, I've got, probably got 100 seeds, 200 seeds maybe. I keep kale growing year round. That's another one of the things that we had plenty of. We had used it from early spring all the way through the fall, and then the animals got in there and stripped it down. Otherwise, we would still have that. Kohlrabi, we harvested a little bit, got a little bit of kohlrabi, but I was late getting that started last year. Someone told me that you couldn't transplant it, but I've since learned that it does handle transplant. You just have to be careful not to disrupt the leaves. Lavender, I didn't have any luck with it last year, but I also found out some things that you can do, little tricks, to get the lavender to germinate that I didn't know about. Got some lemon balm seeds, and my lettuce is looking kind of puny, guys. I've got maybe 4 or 5 little thin packages, but if you succession plant your lettuce as well, you should. These few little packages that I have, that most of them have already been opened and partially used, they're not going to be enough to get me through the full season, because I keep 1, or last year I think we had 3 small beds that I just kept succession planting throughout the whole entire season. Melons, I've got a few. We don't have a lot of luck with melons here, because of the same reason that we don't have really good luck with squash. And that's because the squash bags just get so bad in Arkansas. Like they really do. Even in the more mountainous areas, they're ridiculous. So my squash collection is almost all ancient seeds and pretty puny. I may or may not, I still haven't decided if I'm going to order more squash or not. I just don't have so much luck with it, you know? People say that if you'll do the short, mature squash and then stagger it out over the season to where you're not ever trying to yield off of mature plants, you just rotate out. It just takes up so much space that I don't know if it's worth it for me on the squash when we have so much success with so many other things. So I haven't decided on that one just yet. But either way, aluminum P, QR. I have two tiny packages of spinach. That's it. Aluminum P, QR. there with squash. I do have plenty of Swiss chard, however. All different colors, shapes, and varieties. So anyways, I'm really super excited that I took the time to go back through my seed collection one more time and do an inventory. You should always do that really like in Christmas time. But I didn't this year. We got hit with COVID at Christmas, and I'm just now getting my feet back under me worth anything now in the middle of February, and I'm still not 100%. So, yeah, I wish I had done this a little bit sooner, but that's okay. I'll be able to do a full inventory now and come up with a list of the items of things that we'd like to grow or like to be able to sell starts of that we don't have. And we'll be able to add that to our shopping list instead of just randomly going, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's cool. So, I will make sure and give you guys an update on what happens with the celery. I've never grown celery. Anybody know anything about celery? Yeah, I have so many things that I'm out of. I didn't realize. Last year, I did such a good job, and the year before, really, it was the year before, ordering things that I just kind of assumed that I still had plenty of everything, and I was trying to be frugal and not to spend too much money on seeds. And now, come to find out, I'm actually going to have to order some seeds. So let's hope that they're available at the vendors that I like to use. I think it'll be okay. I actually have a small order on the way from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. I only ordered like 1 or 2 things from her last year. I planted them. I didn't keep the containers. But I'm really excited about trying them out, and that order should be here within the next week or so. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my list of everything that I'm missing, and then start a list of what I think that I need, and then as soon as my Mary's list comes in, then I'll know what things that I'm missing and what I need to add. And in the meantime, instead of starting a bunch of seeds, I will just pick a few cold weather crops to go ahead and get started with germination. Even though it's not really, really warm in the house, it is warm enough that we were able to run the incubator and keep it at temperature. So I'm thinking I can go ahead and get some cold weather started, and I will do that in the next couple of days. So again, consider this part 2. I want to thank you all for joining us, following us on our journey with our adventures with our homestead and trying to figure out what all we need to have ready for the seeds. I do have a couple of surprises for a Mel open video that I will do when a couple of more little things that we got ordered for the spring arrive. So I will save that for a different update video. So consider this part 1 and part 2 of seed starting madness, right? Seed starting madness. And then we'll get into the doing of things a little bit more as we move forward over the next couple of weeks. The last frost here is supposedly the middle of April, but the microclimate of where we're at is just a little bit cooler than it is in the surrounding areas. So I would dare say that to be on the safe side, we really should put things off till the first week of March for putting things out. That being said, however, we've had snows, like snowstorms and ice the first week of April here, or no, March, April, May, first week of May. So if I get my starts started in the next couple, get started with my seed starts in the next couple of weeks, then I should still be good to have my 6 or 8 week window to putting things out. Last year, we were just a little bit ahead of schedule, even though I felt like I was running behind. I just started everything really close together instead of staggering it out more. And so that's one of the things that we're going to work on this year is not overpowering the volume that we're able to handle at one time. And so to stagger out our different starts for the different times of the year. It's just that here it goes from being cold to being hot to then being cold again. And their transitions are getting shorter and shorter with each year. So it's just kind of, you do the best they can. Or the best we can, as it were. So on that note, I'm going to get back to my seeds sorting, get everything organized, and start working up a list of the things that I'm missing or that we need to get ordered. And then the next update, we'll work on something different. But again, like I said, just consider this 2 episodes of seed starting madness from here on the homestead. And again, we thank you so much for following us on our journey and for joining us here on our little micro farm, because that we definitely do small stead homesteading, less than an acre homestead. And we do as much sustainable farming as we can. We do organic. We try to use as much heirloom, and we do some hybrids, but we try to use mostly heirloom seeds. And we're just trying to be really good stewards of what we're blessed with, and share that journey with you guys. So please comment, like, share, tell me how crazy I am. That's fine too. I'm okay with that. And stay safe and blessed out there. Until next time.